Woo! Woo! How about it? How a freaking about it, y'all? How about it? Finally, after 2 months, after nearly 2 months, the Gamecocks have finally won a football game. I can't believe it. Can y'all believe it has been September 27th was the last time we won a football game? I mean, look, nothing erases from what a horrific season this has been from South Carolina, but look, it's our first win in 2 months. I'm gonna celebrate this. I am. We gotta celebrate tonight. This is a celebratory stream. This is a celebratory stream. And I will tell you guys what. Per usual, I have my good buddy Andrew in here, and he was at the game. But man, I feel like we needed this. I feel like we needed this. Just something to be happy about. Let me go ahead and bring my friend Andrew in.
What?
Andrew, the textbook. What is happening, my man?
Not much, but what is up? I'm so happy to be here and so happy after about 2 months to finally get a win, to finally see the offense eclipse 400 yards, which they didn't just eclipse 400 yards, but they also eclipsed 500 yards, nearly put up 600 yards of offense, and to finally see a 50 burger this season, it felt good. Yes, it was against inferior competition, but after everything we've been through this season, to see the offense actually come out and look good, and just the team, you know, look good and just dominate somebody, it felt good, you know. And one of
Oh
my,
yeah.
I said one of my keys to the game on the Thursday show was that South Carolina needed to come out here and pounce on Coastal early, and starting from the first play, which was about the Jaden Sellers was about 80 yards to the end zone. They just pounced on Coastal.
Yeah.
They just pounced on
But
Coastal early. Before you knew it, it was 20-0 mid first quarter, and you knew Coastal didn't really, you know, have a chance. It was 37-0 at halftime, and then they you got to see some backups play, and they finished with a 51-7 victory. So to see them win and to see them just put it away so early, it felt good.
oh yeah, for sure. And we're gonna break down and do all of that in a minute. But before we really get down into everything, you were there. You were at the game. How was it, man? How was it just being there and everything?
It was nice. They got to show up early. They did the Gamecock walk a little earlier than I thought. I did get to see that. It was funny. My dad was standing right next to me, and when Beamer passed by, he said, "Get a good OC, buddy." um, but
Oh man.
it was fun. I got to go to Gamecock Park. I got to talk with Gavin for a little while and meet his mom. That was pretty nice to get to talk about the game.
That's
Um,
awesome.
we got a pretty nice view, and it, and yeah, we sat there and we watched it, and it was a stress free football game. And as a South Carolina fan, I can't really say I've experienced any of those this year. So to get it was a nice experience, um, and just a nice way to honor the seniors, to go out with a victory like that, on senior day. And I think, and it also, I think it gives South Carolina a little bit of momentum heading in the next week too. After what happened last week, they really needed a big win to give them some momentum, and now I think they have that momentum heading into Clemson, which is a very big and important game, even though they're not contending for a bowl game, just to end the year strong and to really, I think, if you're Shane Beamer, really really show that you have earned and do deserve another year. So I think that was pretty big.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. But let's go ahead and dive into how this one went. I mean, look, bro. like you said, and you literally said this on the stream, and I know you just said it a few minutes ago. But literally one of our keys was start fast and pounce on them early. You did just that. First play of the game, big touchdown to Jaden Sellers. The brother combination, man. I will tell you, Jaden Sellers. This dude he's got a future, man. I'm just telling you right now, he's got a future. And again, I mean, like we said, dude. I mean, this was, and people could say, well, it's Coastal Carolina, bro. Our offense could only muster up 17 points against SC State. You had 419 yards of offense in the first half. You were up what 20-0 in the first quarter.
Yep.
This offense, it played its. I mean, I couldn't believe it, dude. And I'll be honest. I actually thought Coastal was going to be competitive today. I thought this was going to be a competitive game because I really don't view Coastal as like a shoe-in cupcake. I really don't. I viewed them like a Jacksonville State from 2023. I viewed them like an Old Dominion, like someone that you should absolutely beat, but someone who might keep it a little close. I viewed it like the Georgia State game. I viewed it like stuff like that. South Carolina beat them as if they were Furman. Coastal never had a chance. See what I did there?
Yeah.
But
The Chanticleers.
yep, they never had a chance against the Gamecocks. But I mean, what a dominant game, dude! Offense came alive in a big way, and you know, like we said, I just think you can say it's Coastal all you want, but I think it's very clear that improvements have been made on this offense. Like, yeah, you're seeing them do things they haven't done, like these screen passes and stuff. Yeah, you've seen us do more screens. You're seeing us do more of these things that we haven't done all season long. We're seeing Lenora Sellers kind of look like. I mean, we saw him kind of look like last year's form in a way with some of the running and everything.
Yeah.
It just and to get a 50 burger too. I didn't think, even with Mike Shula being gone, I didn't think we could put up just a game like this where you score 51 points and you have nearly 600 yards of offense. I mean, just credit to this team, man. Credit to this team. They absolutely whooped Coastal Carolina. And again, I actually Coastal. I want to talk to you heart to heart. I'm actually a little disappointed in you. I thought you'd do better. I spent the whole week telling people that you would be competitive and that you were no cupcake. You made me look like a damn fool. What is wrong with you? Really, Coastal? Really? I mean, I'm kind of glad because this is what we needed. But like, man, y'all done make me look like a bunch of fools on the internet. So thanks for that. But then again, hey, look, I'm happy to look like a fool. I am. I thought this would be a 35-24 game, and South Carolina just trashed them. I mean, they just trashed them. And if I read right, are we now what 4-0 or 5-0 all time against Coastal now? So we're undefeated against the Chanticleers.
Yep. They're 3-0 against them.
3-0 because well. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that makes sense. I could have
Because
sworn we played
yeah,
because oh yeah, 2013.
70-10.
2018, yeah.
Yep.
70-10, 49 to like 15, and then
Yep.
51-7. So, I
They've
mean,
dominated them 3
yeah,
times.
it's dominated them. But, yeah, dude, let's look at the stats, man. You want to see the stats? 579 yards of offense, 302 passing yards, 277 rushing yards, and 8.4 yards per play.
It's beautiful, man. Especially when you haven't seen it all year. And I mean, not everything was, you know, perfect. I did notice the offensive line, did not play well. they missed some blocks, they had some holding and false start penalties. So
Yeah, we
the
did
the
have some penalties. I was going to bring that up. Some of the
I mean,
penalties to end the first half and then in the third quarter, and some of those things we started. And Todd Ellis actually brought this up because I was listening to and recording the whole broadcast, and he was saying the body language after those penalties seemed like they didn't really give a crap. It looked like the second half of the Texas A&M game, but you know, this is a celebratory stream, man. I'm no sunshine pumper, but it's like, well, we've had all season to talk about the negatives, man. I just this one game, dude. I want to focus on the positivity because we Gamecock fans need it right now, dude. We have been put through hell
yes,
this season. So, I mean, and by the way, my boy Bradley Dunn with a senior touchdown. I want to shout him out. I mean, the senior of all seniors, dude. My boy Gavin's in here. Actually, let's read some comments. What's up, Zanino? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. He says, "Yo, what's good? We are so back." Yeah, but Cynthia says, "About damn time we finally won a game." You ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Y'all see this Tennessee Florida? Yeah, yeah. Florida down
yeah,
bad, 31-0, man, at halftime. Down
yeah,
freaking bad. Uh, I'll be honest. I picked Florida to win the game. I'm looking like a freaking idiot, and it looks like Georgia Tech. It looked like they were about to make a comeback, but now Pitt is up 35-14. But
yeah. They don't have a good defense, Georgia Tech.
nah, Georgia Tech. Yeah, I like Georgia Tech. I
Me
really
too.
do, but it's that defense is trash, man. I'm sorry. What's up,
Yeah,
Gavin? Good to see you. I'm glad you had fun at the game, man. I'm glad you and Andrew both had fun. But yeah, man. Who? I'll ask you. Of course, we talked about Jaden Sellers and how he did. But anybody else who really stood out to you, Andrew? Anybody else who you think could be? I noticed we kept Lenore Sellers in there a long time, but I will say Cutter made some throws that I mean he has some potential going forward. He really does.
he
I
did.
ain't
He
trying to hype
does.
him up or anything, but like he does have the potential.
Oh yeah, he does. He definitely, I think, is QB2 next year. I'll say the running back stood out to me. How about Jawarn Howe and Matthew
Yes.
Fuller and Faison? All year it seems like they've just struggled to run the ball. Well, today they had 264 yards rushing, and Sellers had some runs too. I mean, the running backs, they impressed me today. They look really good today. And then how about Sean Murphy? 12 tackles on the
Yes.
defense, 8 of them solo. I mean, he had a good day for sure.
Oh yeah, that entire defense had a really good day. I mean, they dominated Coastal, and they were about their best quarterback, and we knew the defense took care of business, man. I mean, if
They
it
didn't,
wasn't for that special, if it wasn't for that block punt for a touchdown, this would have been a shutout.
yeah, they didn't give up a
But
single touchdown. So I mean, they shut
yeah,
down the veer.
oh yeah, they did. That was something I was worried about. I was worried about that. I mean, South Carolina had no issue with that whatsoever.
Yeah. I mean,
So
all Coastal did was like screen passes and runs up the middle. They were just mixing it up between the
I,
two, really.
they honestly, I felt like their play calling was kind of predictable.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it
I felt
was.
like we could just figure it out.
Yeah. So,
But again, dude, this offense played really good. We know Coastal's defense is very, very bad, but we've gone up against some bad defenses this year and have made them look very good. So,
yeah,
I mean, look, we're seeing things that we haven't seen all season long. I mean, Mike Fury. I still believe that we need to go out and get someone, out of the
I agree.
program. But I will say, man, I'm just gonna say, you might disagree with this. If he does this again next week against Clemson, who's very beatable, he might make a little case for himself for Shane Beamer. That's all I'm gonna say. Again, I don't
Yeah,
think we should,
I
but
agree.
he might make a little case. Like, hey,
I,
just something to consider.
yeah, I would say it depends on who wants to come here. If, like, let's say nobody wants to come here because they're afraid Beamer could be gone after next year, I might promote him, but that's the only case. I will say, I mean, again, I don't think he's the best OC in the world, but and this is just shows how bad Mike Shula is. But I mean, I think if Fury had just been the OC from the beginning, this team would probably have three or four more wins right now. And it's a
I agree.
shame to say that, but it just shows how bad Shula is. I mean, last week they didn't have a good second half, though. At the same time, I mean, you're you're sort of stuck with Shula's playbook, that offense that he installed. It's just you're having to add wrinkles, so you can't, if you're Mike Fury, you can't do a full scale revision. You sort of just have to add wrinkles. So, and I think he was able to add more this week. So, I mean, again, I wouldn't promote him from within, but I mean, he's definitely better than Shulowitz. I mean, to be honest, that's not a very you know
Yeah,
high bar high bar to jump over.
that's such a low bar.
And I will say, um, you know, Coastal Carolina, we have to consider the fact that they did not have a good defense either. I mean,
Right.
they gave up like 30 points. They gave up 30 points per game, and that was to Sunbelt teams. So I mean, you as an SEC, I mean, their defense literally gives up 29.7 points a game, and it ranks 106 out of 136 teams, and that's playing Sunbelt teams. So I mean, to be fair,
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was Coastal just had a bad defense. I mean, really, this was in many ways almost like a practice. I mean, their defense was that bad, and I think that's why the running backs are able to have such a good day because we haven't really seen them do that this season. I think Coastal's defense was that bad. Not trying to take anything away from Mike Fury, but I mean, let's not act like that didn't help with it either.
No, it for sure did. It for sure did. But
And it's a very, undersized defense too compared to the South Carolina players too, because they're a group of five schools. So that combined with the
right.
fact that they're not even a good defense in the group of five, I think allowed South Carolina have a good day offensively. So
And like Cynthia said, they're coached by Tim Beck, so that's the predictable part.
yeah,
But
not
I will say this, not to cut you off, but and you are right. We knew Coastal's defense was good, so I'm not going to come out here and act like, oh, everything's perfect now because we scored 51 points. Hell no, hell no. But I will say we have seen Fury do things way differently than Mike Shula that has worked, and even against it's like, I mean, there were defenses we played this year that I would actually consider to be not very good,
oh, I
and
agree.
we couldn't do anything against these bad defenses that we played. I mean, obviously you played Oklahoma's defense, and LSU I think still has a very stout defense. And speaking of Oklahoma, this is like the perfect Saturday for me, man. Not only did my Gamecocks handle business, but my Sooners, very ugly offensively. I mean, that offense needs a lot of help, dude. But defensively, I mean, my God, Oklahoma's defense, that's a championship level defense right there. If Oklahoma had an offense that could score, they would probably be a natty contender. I'm being honest because that defense is just that good. But one win away from a playoff spot. So hopefully they can beat LSU, who is currently struggling. They are beating Western Kentucky 7-3. So again, to my point, sometimes even against competition like this, you know what I mean? Like 7-3 at halftime. Sometimes you're just simply bad. But and LSU's offense is just simply bad, dude. They're bad. And I think that spells success for my Sooners coming up. But anyways, it's just again, dude. It's been such a brutal season. Even if the offense comes alive now, and let's say they put up another good performance against Clemson and they beat the Tigers in Columbia for the first time in like uh 12 years or something.
Since 2013.
Yeah. And you do have a chance to do that, by the way. Clemson, I think, I mean, they're bowl eligible now. They've beat Furman. But if you watch that game, I mean, it wasn't the prettiest 45-10 win,
It wasn't.
honestly, because I did watch them. I will say, though, that Denson guy they have is someone I think that could be a future for Clemson. But we're talking about our game costs right now. We'll dog on Clemson in a little bit because it is hate week now. But what's up, Luke? Good to see you, buddy. And I'm sorry about your heels, man. I know that was a rough loss. I was pulling for y'all too, but it just felt so good, man, to just after a whole season of just getting beat up on and just dealing with such bad football. It's just like there might be some people saying, well, don't celebrate this. This ain't nothing to celebrate. Well, bullshit, because we've been through enough this season. So we're gonna take in a win because the fan base just needs it, dude. We freaking need a win, man. Like no one's saying this season. This season is a catastrophic failure, and we all know it. I mean, this season is an absolute failure for South Carolina football. But I mean, it's just about having just something to smile about. And by the way, Andrew, I feel the need to address this. We had a 27-3 lead again today, and we kept it. So the 27-3 curse is over. Thank God. We literally
Yeah,
broke it a week after.
yeah, a good way to
Oh wait,
redeem
no.
yourself.
Oh, excuse me. We had a 27-point lead, I should say. Excuse me.
Yes,
So we broke the 27-point lead curse. Thank God. Oh man, yeah, I understand, Luke. Look, Luke, it's been horrible for us too. It's been terrible for us Gamecock fans too. I mean, we got a worse record than y'all, don't we? I mean, we're what, 4-7 now? I think we got the same record now. I don't know. I don't know. But we get it. We're down bad too, man. I mean, we are way like we're down bad too. We feel you. But at least we Gamecock fans can just smile for one weekend.
breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah. And again, hey, look, I will say this to the Gamecocks. I am sorry because I actually didn't think you were going to beat Coastal this bad. I had us winning, but I did think Coastal was going to put up a fight. Again, Coastal. I mean, you made me look like an idiot. I actually had a little bit of faith in you, Coastal, but you know, you made me look like a freaking fool on the internet. I mean, you never stood a chance against us. You just didn't. You didn't. And by the way, Andrew, this is very important to me.
Oh yeah,
Um, I USC did the salute the troops halftime performance thing, and even though I wanted to be at the game, I got to see it on the Apple TV on the ESPN app, and I was very happy about that.
it was pretty cool. Them doing the army and the navy and the
Oh yes,
coast guard and the space force. And their themes that was in taps. That was pretty cool. And the flyover too during the pregame, that was pretty awesome just to get to experience once again. So I mean
amen. And oh, go ahead.
it was Military Appreciation Day. They did a good job of honoring the military. But yeah, that was another cool thing.
Oh yes, and we want to say from the bottom of both of our hearts a big, big thank you to all who have served and do serve this country. Thank you. Salute to you. I mean, I don't know how many thank yous could ever do it justice, honestly. Luke says, "Well, congrats on the win, man. I appreciate it, bro. This is our first win since September, so we really needed it. I just hope and pray we end the season with a win versus NC State. It's now hate week. I don't think we will. Yeah, I hope you guys beat NC State too. I really hope so too. I'm hoping we can. Again, we ain't really got any. We don't have anything to play for. We're not going to a bowl. But I'll tell you, nothing will make me happier. Nothing will make me happier than to beat those orange hillbillies up in Clemson, South Carolina. Nothing would make me happier at this point. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, it would be again, this season's a failure, but at
no
least
matter what. I mean, even if
beating
we win,
but at least beating them and ending the season on a good note. It does leave you with a good taste in your mouth. Maybe a little bit of momentum heading into next year, but yeah, it would be it would be just fun to beat those guys at home for the first time since 2013.
right?
Have a 2 game winning streak over them for the first time since Spurrier won 5 in a row. It's I don't know if you know this statistic. This is sort of a crazy statistic, but if you remove those 5 straight wins Spurrier had over Clemson, the last time South Carolina beat Clemson 2 times in a row was when they had a 3 game winning streak over them from 1968 to 1970. So literally
Yeah,
1969 to
yeah.
19.
When you look at the history of this rivalry, man, it is very lopsided, sadly, in Clemson's
Shouldn't
favor.
be,
But yeah, it shouldn't be, but it is. you
but
know,
to beat them 2 in a row, to beat them the last 3 out of 4, that would be something great to do. And it's not gonna lie, it would be kind of fun to get on here after a win next week and have a celebratory stream and kind of laugh at them a little bit and go to TigerNet and read the message boards.
oh yes, that would be glorious, dude. And that is a winnable game. That is a
Oh
very
yeah,
winnable game. And look, Clemson's offense, dude, it's just defensively. I feel like South Carolina. Now we know what happened in the second half of the Texas A&M happened. It did. But I would say honestly, this defense has actually been playing pretty well lately. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, they're
oh,
not perfect, but they have been playing well.
oh yeah, I agree. I think they're a decent defense. They've been bend but don't break this year.
Right.
And
And oh, go ahead.
going back to the whole Clemson game, I saw this on CBS Sports. This was, I guess, their line for it. Again, I don't know what source it may have been. It may have been Caesar's Sportsbook, but Clemson is a 1.5 point favorite over SC, according to
Oh
CBS
wow.
Sports right now. So I mean that's very much a winnable game. I mean it'll be
Oh yeah.
I'm sure a sellout crowd because of the rivalry.
Don't. I'm just gonna say it, man. Don't be surprised if that line swings into our favor. Don't be surprised.
I wouldn't be.
Yeah, but they, at first they opened up as a 2.5 point favorite, and that was what Clemson was favored by last year when we beat them in their house.
So,
Um, and what was at the time one of the most high stakes Palmetto Bowl in history. When it's
this is
crazy to think the loser got the goal and the winner didn't. That was crazy. But we ain't got to talk about that.
Yep. And now we're heading into one of the most low stakes Palmetto Bowls in history, and it could
You're
end with
literally just
and it
playing this game to feel good about something because you have nothing to look forward to. You
and
know.
it could literally lead to the loser not making a to the loser making a bowl and the winner not. So
Oh my God, dude.
that's just
Well,
the
well,
luck of Carol.
Clemson's already going to the bowl.
Yeah, it's just
They punched their ticket today for that, so it
yeah,
is guaranteed they're going.
yeah.
And I know Beamer says that we should be in a bowl game at 5-7. I highly disagree with that. I think that's stupid, but
I mean, if you're 5-7, you don't deserve it. I would obviously accept an invitation if they do give you one, just because you get money which you can use to help your program, and you get 15 extra practices, and those are big. Even if you haven't had a good year, 15 extra practices, particularly for the players that'll be a key part of your roster next year, that's huge. So that's always an opportunity, you should accept. But I mean, if you're 5-7, you don't deserve it. If you do get it, it's just a blessing, really. Which I mean, not many people would be watching it, but that's mainly what it would be, you know, useful for. Just more money for your program, and 15 extra practices.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I do agree with that. Again, I still hold the position. If you go 5-7, if you don't hit 6 wins, man, you do not belong in a bowl game,
I
nor do you
agree.
deserve to be. But you do make a good point. Yeah, I mean, it would in a way be beneficiary to get all those practices and get something good going into the next year. But it's like I don't think it's happening anyway. I don't think we're getting in a bowl game. I don't.
Yeah, me neither.
And that Clemson game ain't no guarantee either. I mean, I will tell you this, dude. And I will say this: Lenora Sellers, going back to the Coastal game, am I the only one who thinks that he kind of had a game that kind of showed you why he was? I mean, he showed you his talent in this game,
Oh,
and
I agree. And
yeah,
one
and
thing I
that.
was
Oh, I was just gonna finish this real quick. I was just gonna say, I think that shows you. Are there some things with Lenora Sellers that he needs to work on? Sure. But I don't think this is all his fault. All of his struggles this year, I don't think is his fault. He's been horribly mismanaged and ruined by this coaching staff, y'all. So, I mean, we have a lot of people blaming Lenora Sellers for everything. And it's like, dude, like the coaching failed him this year. Like, there's only so much he could do when I mean, they pretty much had him in handcuffs, man. But Cynthia said VMI's quarterback is named Nana. That is down bad, dude. Damn, damn. That is indeed down bad. But yeah, yeah. At least Western Carolina's winning right now. Luke, you're right. You're right, dude. LSU actually going to lose to Western Kentucky? They keep punting the ball.
yeah, they don't. I mean, their offense was about as bad as South Carolina's was under Shooter. They don't have a good offense, but going back to the whole Sailors thing, I would agree, and that's something I wanted to get onto. In the first half of last week, he showed flashes of what he looked like last year, and today he looked. I mean, he just came out and played the way he did last year. He looked to be in last season's form. And this is something I've brought up a few times, but when we look at Lenore Sellers' regression, when did it start? Because it actually did not start this season. It started in the bowl game last season because we all came
Yep.
in. We thought Sellers would have a good game. He didn't. We blamed it on the fact that he was rusty because he hadn't played in a month. Well, really, that was Mike Shula's first game. And as soon as you literally fired Mike Shula, like Sellers just automatically improves. And I think what today showed is he is super talented. He does need to work on his passing, but I mean, I know a lot of people wanting to bench him for Woods, but I mean, I think
No.
what today showed is, like, don't get me wrong, he's not perfect, but he's the quarterback who gives you the best chance to win. We do need him back next year. Yes, he does need to work on his passing, but what today showed is if he has the right quarterbacks coach and the right offensive coordinator, he can do special things, great things. It's all about coaching.
Amen.
Who's the guy training him? Who's the guy developing him? If you don't have a good coach developing him, I mean, and you handcuff him, he's basically Dondrill Pinkins 2.0. But if you remove those handcuffs, if you let him be him, which I noticed they did some more quarterback runs today, which I like that. You let him be him. You just remove the handcuffs. You move away from the pro style offense and you go to the spread offense because he's a spread quarterback, as Steve Tannehill said. He can do some special things. So I
Oh
think
yeah.
I think this game sort of served as a proof that it really was Shula handcuffing him, and it really was Shula to blame for his regression all along. I mean, that guy is literally a terrorist. You know, he needs to needs to be sent to the Guantanamo Bay detention camp.
Oh man. Oh man. Gavin said, "We did this without Dylan Stewart and Nick Harbor. We should have them back against Clemson next week. Yeah, we're gonna need
Yep.
them back. Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah.
did. I mean, look, we again it's Coastal, and we know Coastal's defense is like absolute. With all due respect, Chanticleers, it's dog shit. But I mean, again, your offense has struggled to do anything. I mean, your offense struggled to do this against South Carolina State, and honestly should have beat SC State by this much too,
Oh yeah.
but you didn't. So, I mean, offensively, you only mustered up 17 points against SC State. So that's why, again, I'm not saying everything's perfect, but I'm just saying I think it's clear we are making. I do think there is progress being made right now in this offense. I really think there is. And
I
again, I'm
agree.
not taking too much away from this. I know it's Coastal Carolina, and I know next weekend's going to be tough. It will be, But I mean, under Mike Fury so far, dude, 30 points against A&M and 51 against Coastal, and we'll see what they can do against Clemson. Georgia Tech just scored, by the way.
Yeah. Clemson
Um,
does have a vulnerable defense. I mean, Tom
yeah,
Allen's
look
not
at
the
what
best
Duke did
DC.
to them.
Yeah. So you have a chance to go out there and do some things. And, I've been, you know, thinking about this. Maybe this is just me, but it may be looking ahead, but and I don't think SC's going to blow out Clemson by any stretch, but I think this game could sort of be like the 2009 um, SC Clemson game, but in a sense, not in the sense that it'll be a blowout. But if you remember that year, South Carolina didn't really have a good offense that year, and then they went up against Clemson and put up 34 points. And again, I don't think this will be 34-17. I think this will
And
be a tight ball game, but I think we could see South Carolina's offense do something similar, actually look good against the Power Four opponent and put up 30 something points and get a nice win to end the season and go off on a high note like they did in 2009. But that's
you
just
have a
what
good
I'm
night, Sentient.
what I'm thinking right now. I mean, yeah, I'll give my
I know. I don't think it's going to be a 34-17 or whatever the
Oh
score
yeah,
was in
I
2009, but
I
I
agree
do
with
see
you.
where you're coming from.
Just because that year they entered the game on a losing streak and the offense looked good that game when they had played bad all year. I'm not again. I don't think it'll be 34-17. I'm just saying we've sort of had a loss. We had a losing streak that was snapped today. Things are bad. I think the offense has a chance to look good next week and end the season on a high note. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, I hear you. And, interesting thing about that 2009 win, too, that started the 5 year. That
It
started
did.
the 5 year winning streak, dude. I thought LSU just fumbled it into the end zone in Western
Wait,
Kentucky.
did they just
For
did?
I
Oh no,
thought they did. I thought he fumbled it. Maybe he's down. I don't know what's going on with LSU, man. I mean, they just let me see. Yeah, yeah, he's down. He's down. He's way down. That's not a fumble.
still just very sloppy on LSU's play. I mean, Western Kentucky's a good team. They're 8-2. I think it's a combination of that and the fact that I think LSU just might be distracted by all the stuff going on with Lane Kiffin.
Probably, and obviously Oklahoma needs to beat them to make them to punch their ticket to the Polar Express. I mean, oh my God, how did
Punch the
I?
ticket to the Polar Express.
How did I get? Bro, I was looking at my Christmas tree and just thought about the Polar Express. No, but they got to punch their ticket to the college football playoff. I guess that's a Polar Express of football, though.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah. It, it, it
Oh man,
it reminds me of that conductor, and the boy walks up to me and he says, "Ticket."
ticket, please.
Yep, and he gets his ticket punched. Which wait, did
I
LSU just fumble the ball again?
I did, I did, Gavin. I did. Wait, did they? Let me look. Let me look.
He looked like he was down, but he got tackled short, and the ball came out after the play was over again.
Oh man, dude, that was.
Oh wait,
Ooh,
they
I'm
fumbled
looking
the
at my
snap.
props right now, knowing that this is what Oklahoma. Nah, he was down. This is what Oklahoma's defense has to go up against.
Just
Ooh,
imagine if
ooh, I'm salivating
Shula
now.
wasn't calling plays. South
I am
Carolina would.
salivating. Oh, it's not like LSU, really. Yeah, if we had a competent offensive coordinator, we would have whooped this team's behind blue. But
Oh yeah,
look, we can't change the past, unfortunately. 10-3,
we
LSU
can't.
leads. But we can't change the past. We can't change what a horrible season this has been. But I do know that I'm glad to finally be on the winning side of things again. I am glad to just I'm just glad to get a win, man, because I've wanted a win for a while. We've really needed one. And I know this does really nothing for us outside of giving us a little bit of confidence going into the rivalry game. It maybe, I mean, look, these next two games, the purpose it serves is to maybe build a little bit of confidence going forward because going into the next year because there's no bowl game, there's no postseason for you. So I mean, this is just from a, would you call it a morale standpoint? Like just hey, we had a disaster of a season, but we ended the season off all right. So
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
we ended
just
the season off with 2 wins. So let's get focused and get back on track and maybe have a better season next year.
yeah. I mean, it's basically something to hang your hat on in a season of disappointment and failure. I would say that's really what it would be. And
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
for sure. What's up, Tiger Raven? Good to see you, buddy.
and I just wanted to say,
Tickets, please, tickets.
Oh
Wait,
man.
you're coming?
Oh man,
Magic
that's gonna get a
Express.
copyright strike. Well, we get a copyright strike for that one, but
oh, well,
no,
hopefully
it'll
not.
be all right. It'll be all right.
But yeah, all
Yeah, the
aboard.
polar. I
Punch your
can't believe that
tickets.
happened, dude. How? Why did I say the Polar Express? Why?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. But
it's a good movie.
uh, yeah, it is for sure. But with that being said, is there anything else you want to add about the Coastal game before we get into talking about Clemson a little bit?
I mean, just again, a good offensive performance. Sellers looked like he did last year. The running backs had a good day. Howell, Fuller, and Faison receivers.
And
Jaden
don't forget
Sellers
about Bradley
had
Dunn, by the
had a
way.
good day. Yeah, it was good to see him. Get a touchdown. We get to see Luke Doty, Carter Woods, Aaron Nolan. Finally got to see him throw some passes. Sean Murphy. What a day! Defense absolutely dominated after giving up 28 points in the second half to A&M last week. They did again. The offensive line struggled. They didn't look that great. I'm going to be honest, and I know that this might be a hot take, so to speak. I like Sean Elliott. I like how much he loves our program, and do not get me wrong, he is a better coach, offensive line coach than Lonnie Teasley. That's not even disputable. And I'd much rather have him coaching the O
I
line than Teasley. But with that being said, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I, I don't think he's a great O line coach. I really don't. I mean, don't get me wrong, the offensive lines look better, but they struggled
I don't
against Coastal today. I mean,
I
the
don't.
block.
They did struggle.
Well, I mean, the blocking was bad at times. Um, there were some TFLs. There were times when the blocking was bad, and the Coastal guys got through for tackles for loss, and you had holding and false start penalties.
I mean, I will say this though, they did a good job from what I saw in opening up running lanes and stuff for you. That, and again, we know
I mean,
Coastal's
true.
D is bad, but like, I mean, I don't think the offensive line really did. I don't think they played very bad. I mean, I know that they had moments, but I mean, I will say this though for sure. Brian Thomas Jr., Sean Murphy, defense. I mean, they really dominated. If it wasn't for ruining the shutout with that block punt, I mean, it would have been. What's up, Gamecock Chuck? Good to see you. It would have been a shutout. But that's really wrapping up our thoughts about the Coastal game. I mean, it felt good to get a win. And this fan base has been through so much this season. So like we just want one night to celebrate. I understand it don't mean anything for you really. I mean, this season, no matter what we do, no matter what we do going forward for the rest of the season, which obviously we won't have one more game left, it's a catastrophic failure no matter what. But just it gave us something to smile about. It's like, hey, we won. Like, just
Yeah.
something to feel good about. But anyways, Coastal and SC State have went down to the hands of the Gamecocks. There is now one more team left to take full control of the state of South Carolina, and that is the Clemson Tigers. It's hate week.
Oh yeah.
We hate Clemson every week. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, this week it's extra special.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If I'm being honest with you guys, this game, I mean, when we look at both teams had, higher expectations. When you look at the season, I mean, Clemson was picked as a natty team by some people. Some people had Clemson most people had Clemson making the playoffs. Some had them going on a deep run. Some actually thought they were going to win a national title. They were preseason number 4. South Carolina, hey, they were hyped up by some to make the college football playoff. They were preseason number 13, even got into the top 10 going into the SC State game. Safe to say, none of their seasons have gone anywhere close to what they had hoped for and what the expectations were. I mean, these are two disappointing teams compared to the standards. I mean, that's just what it is. Oh man, Pitt's about to blow it to Georgia Tech. You gotta be kidding me.
Wait, what?
Touchdown Georgia Tech.
I hope
35-28. Oh
I,
man, with 5 minutes left in the game.
I hope they do. I want Georgia Tech to win, but I saw Western Kentucky. The ball got tipped and LSU just intercepted it. Though they just had a tackle for loss on the first down. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna be honest.
Raven. Well, real quick, Tiger Raven says Pete still thinks that Clemson will lose to y'all. I mean, it is possible. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's a winnable game for South Carolina. Clemson is not very good. Neither are we, to be fair. I mean, I think we're doing some better things on the offensive side of the ball. I do. I like some of the new wrinkles we put in, but I mean, hey, we'll see, man. We'll see because I'm still going back and forth in my mind on who's going to win that game. I will say this though, it is about damn time South Carolina snaps that streak in Columbia. You know, it's been 12 years. 2013 was the last time we beat Clemson at home. It's about damn time we break that. It's like at
Yes,
some point we've got to win a home game against these guys. And I mean, look, Clemson's going to a bowl game no matter what, and Carolina is not. So this game becomes pretty much everything to you, if you know what I mean. Because I mean, what else do you have to look forward to? You have nothing. This is your quote unquote Super Bowl. Because you're not making a bowl game. So I expect South Carolina to throw everything at Clemson, if you know what I mean.
oh yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on this one?
I mean, I agree. South Carolina for everything at Clemson. Honestly, I think Clemson fans um, are more positive about South Carolina's chances in this game than South Carolina fans are, and South Carolina fans are more positive about Clemson's chances in this game than Clemson's chances are. It's just been that kind of year,
Yeah.
People,
Both teams just think they're going to lose. Both sides think they're going to lose this game, and rightfully so, because both sides have just been very bad this year, man. Very disappointing.
yeah. This is this game shouldn't even really be televised on the SEC network. It should be on the CW or
Yeah,
you know
Comedy Channel,
or
Comedy Central.
yeah, Comedy Central or um, for some of if there are any older Gamecock fans in the chat, it should be on Jefferson Pilot Sports. If some of you old guys remember that, just bring back
Oh
Jefferson
man,
Pilot.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Oh man, yeah, Cartoon Network too. That's a very Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, Boomerang. Some of those kids channels.
Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, the Hallmark Channel.
No,
Oh my
I'll,
gosh.
I'll tell you what it should be on. It should be. You know how on Christmas Day, Nick Jr. will s- they'll show some NFL game. They'll air some NFL games, but it'll be like with SpongeBob SquarePants and Patrick Star calling it, and they'll
Oh
have like
yeah.
the slime machine. That's what channel it needs to be on.
Oh boy. I'll tell you what. But Gamecock Chuck, if you're still in the chat, tell us what you thought of the game, man. If you're still in the chat, tell us what you thought of the game. In fact, maybe I'll drop a link, and anybody who wants to come in here and chat with us can chat with us. We'll be live for a little bit longer. But like we said, man, it feels good to get a win. I mean, it's our first win since freaking September, so it's you know Coastal's. I'll tell you this again. I have nothing but love and respect for Coastal Carolina because I mean anybody who knows the history of Coastal Carolina, I mean they literally come from USC.
They do. Just
It
look
was
at their
USC
old
Coastal
logo.
back in the day. For those of you who know the history,
Yep. And I've noticed this. There's this. If you go to sportslogos.net and type in Coastal Carolina and look at their like old original logo, it
Florida
lit
fans are leaving.
it literally looks like the South Carolina logo. It literally is. I'm trying to pull it up
It
on
does.
my computer right now. Um, if I can wait a second.
Dude, the Florida fans are leaving. The Florida fans are leaving. Dude, are the Tennessee players putting their hands up to the Florida crowd leaving? Oh man. Third down for Pittsburgh, by the way.
But speaking
Ain't
of
no
that,
way Pitt's about to vote. Yep, first down. Yeah, I'm afraid Georgia Tech might be cooked, man. I'm afraid Georgia Tech might be cooked.
yeah, what's speaking of raving to the fans, I saw them. I'm sure you didn't see this, but today when that Coastal player got ejected for targeting, Vicarious Rain raised his hand at him and waved like bye
Huh.
bye.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have the Coastal um logos at Sportsnet pulled up. Like their logo literally evolved from the Gamecock logo.
Yeah, well,
It
they came from us.
yeah
But a Gamecock Chuck said, as expected as far as the game goes, I'm not as giddy as Beamer was over the victory. Yeah, I mean, again, I actually thought Coastal would keep it close. I'm happy that we won because it's just I really wanted to feel the happiness of a win, but at the same time, like, what does this win really do for you, if you know what I mean? Because I mean, you're not achieving anything really from it, except for maybe a little bit of confidence going into the Clemson game, if you know what I mean. But it's like just for us Gamecock fans, it's been so freaking miserable, man. We really need one night to celebrate. Just
yeah
be happy for one freaking night. That's what I'm doing. Trust me, my opinion on Beamer and a lot of the stuff does not change after this win. It doesn't. Nothing changes for me after this win. I'm just happy that we can finally just be happy about something for one night. If that makes sense, Chuck. That's how I feel. See, look, even the dogs. I mean, you hear my dogs barking. They're happy about it. Touchdown Pitt, by the way. So yeah, he just shushed the Georgia Tech crowd.
yeah.
uh,
Poor Georgia Tech. If they had a defense, they would be they would be a really good team. Maybe they're looking ahead to Georgia next week because they haven't beat them in forever, and Brent Key and those guys really care about beating Georgia.
yeah. Man, but that's devastating for Georgia Tech. They really had to win this game because now they have to beat Georgia if they're going to make the playoffs. Now they have to.
Yeah, so they'll lose. They'll fall to 6-2. So Virginia, SMU, and Pittsburgh will be tied for first. So it'll probably be Virginia, Pittsburgh, which the ACC is. The ACC stands for All Crap Conference because that's just what it is. The reason why there's so much chaos in that conference is because all the teams are just nobody's really that good. It's really a basketball conference. But yeah, looking at today's scores, Vanderbilt over Kentucky, I thought that game would be close.
I kind of figured Vanderbilt was going to beat them like a drum, though, if I'm being honest with you. I really did. I figured that was going to be a beatdown from the beginning
Yeah,
and
Diego
everything.
Diego Pavia absolutely balled out in that game. Up and I
Yeah.
see LS. Oh wait, I'm watching LSU Western Kentucky right now. So what's going on with that player?
Yeah. LSU is, they are down something horrendous right now.
Yeah, their offense is
10 to
not good.
3. Here's the thing, y'all. Georgia Tech is a fraud. Yeah, their defense is extremely bad, Chuck. Here's the thing I will say. While obviously we expect to be Coastal Carolina bad because they're Coastal Carolina, I was happy. Honestly, yeah, I was happy with the offensive performance today. Because I mean, look, SC State is a team I think we should beat worse than a team like Coastal, if I'm being honest. Because I consider Coastal higher than FCS, you know?
Yeah, I
We can
agree.
only muster up 17 points against SC State, so I feel like we are seeing things within the offense that are getting better. I know it's Coastal; their defense sucks, but you didn't. I mean, look, you didn't see any of this against SC State, dude. And that shows that. I mean, look, things are. Again, it's such a low bar to pass, being better than Mike Shula, but it's like,
Yeah,
dang man, at least we're seeing some signs of things improving a little bit, just because Mike Shula cannot freaking haunt us anymore. Although I will say the penalties are ridiculous. I hated the penalties. I mean, we need to clear some things up. But again, tonight tonight's a happy stream and a celebratory stream. We're no sunshine pumpers, but I mean, look, dude, we haven't won a football game since September, so we're just gonna take it. I mean, what we ain't got nothing else this season, bro. You know.
yeah,
But we're pushing an hour on the stream time, so I think we're gonna go ahead and maybe wrap it up here. The fans deserved that win, man. Yeah, we did. We did, dude. We went through hell this season, dude. And again, I mean, well, this win does really. I mean, we're not making a bowl game or anything like that, but it's just like I don't know if anyone understands where I'm coming from. It's just like, hey, it's something to be happy about for like one day, you know.
yeah,
But we might go ahead and wrap this up. Me and Andrew will be live talking about Clemson and everything next week if you're able to join me for it. Um, Yeah, I look, Thanksgiving is next week, everyone. And you want to know one thing I'm very, very thankful about? Well, let me say this first. Look, South Carolina, look, this has been a horrific season. South Carolina, despite this win, I mean, we've just been bad. We've been down bad, bro. We've been down bad. The best we can go is 5-7. But you know what I'm thankful for? Despite everything the Gamecocks have put me through, I am thankful for the fact that I am not a freaking Clemson Tiger. Because I don't know how I could survive being one of those. I don't.
yeah,
Clemson freaking sucks, bro. Clemson sucks, and they're about to get beat at William B. They are. They are. They are. I'm just playing, but I mean, look, bro. Seriously, if there's anything I could be thankful for, it's for everybody who's ever come in my community, anyone who's ever interacted with me, and just I really appreciate all of you. I love all of you to death. I've said it multiple times. You all are you all have made my life better in so many ways. You have. So I love and respect every single one of you. You guys are what I'm thankful for this year. You guys are. And again, the fact that I'm not a Clemson Tiger, that's always something to be thankful for, because good Lord, I mean, whew, I think my life might be bad right now. Oh, it could be worse. But yep. I hope everyone has a good Thanksgiving. And yeah. I think we might do our prediction, Andrew. What we should we do our prediction on Wednesday?
Um, yeah, I think that would be a good idea just because of thanks Thanksgiving. We could do it that, or I mean, by 8 p.m. Thursday, I should be done by. I mean, I'll be home 8 p.m. Thursday, so we could do it on still on Thursday, unless you had a lot to do that day since it's Thanksgiving.
Well, it's Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna be with
Yeah,
family. So yeah, Thursday, and we're not gonna be able to do it
yeah. I
on
think,
Thursday. So I think Wednesday night would be a lot better, personally.
yeah, I agree. I think it would be.
Yeah. Tiger Raven says like Pace Campita. Wouldn't surprise me if we lose to South Carolina next week. Well, look, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if y'all killed us next week. Honestly, not only it wouldn't surprise me. Not only that, the fact that you could beat us, it wouldn't surprise me if you guys actually take it to our ass. Really, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah. Hey, give the offense credit, man. I mean, for everything Coastal's for as bad as Coastal's defense is, they played very well. They did. So tip your cap to them, because that was a pretty good game. That was. So hopefully we can do it again against the arch rival Clemson. And by the way, thank God we're not the following of these teams right now: LSU, Florida, Missouri, and Georgia Tech, because they all lost today. So yeah, but I'm being funny, but I hope everyone has a good day and a good night. Get what Gamecock Chug actually asked a question before we go. He says, "Do you think Beamer will be lazy and promote Fury to OC?" I got to be honest, man. That would be a Shane Beamer move. It would be, because let's say, okay. So let me throw this at you, Gamecock Chuck, before we get out of here. South Carolina had 570. What was it? 579 yards of
Yep.
offense tonight. They put up 51 points. Correct. If they have another offensive performance next week where they're putting up over 30 points per game, and they let's say they have 400 yards of offense again on Clemson, I could see Beamer thinking, you know what, we got something working with Mike Fury. We might just promote him because the offense is working. He'll do that just because, the way we ended the season is good enough for me. So it is very possible, Gamecock Chuck, but I still hold the opinion we should go outside the program and get someone. We need to get a proven winner. That's what we need to get.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
mean,
I don't want to promote within. I don't want to promote from within. I don't.
yeah. That was a lazy hire last year. I honestly think that after last year, Beamer got a little overconfident when it came to Shula. He got a little overconfident, sort of ignoring his struggles in the college game just because he had been an analyst and Sells had done so well. So
I think he accredited some of what Sellers did last year to Mike Shula. I think that's what he was thinking, if I'm not mistaken.
perhaps, but I mean,
Because wasn't Shula the quarterbacks coach?
um, no, Dow Loggins was the quarterback's coach.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
never mind then.
Shula was an analyst. I mean, yeah, he was literally just an analyst. That they brought in just to help because he had coached Cam Newton. But yeah, I mean, Wes Mitchell has come out and said that Beamer seems to be targeting a proven, college offensive coordinator, and that's what the Gamecock Central insiders have said too. And another false start penalty on LSU. So I think that Beamer is probably going to target a proven college offensive coordinator, though, hopefully he'll get somebody who's not pro style, who's not Fury, and he'll do good. So, fingers crossed until he does it. But at the moment, all signs do seem to be pointing in the direction of him trying to hire a proven college offensive coordinator, though nothing's obviously official. Fingers crossed until it's actually done.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting to see on that. Chuck says all my chips are on Fury, and no, I don't think he will work. If I'm being honest with you, man, I'm not so sure he would either. Because, and let me tell you why. Number one, I mean, what we did to Coastal tonight is what everybody should honestly, everyone in the SEC should honestly do that to Coastal, especially a Coastal team with a bad defense and without their starting quarterback. I mean, every SEC team should be able to do that to Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
But we saw what happened in the second half of the Texas A&M game, and that's why. Look, man, did I celebrate this win? Did I credit the offense and credit Fury on a couple wrinkles that we tried that we haven't seen all season long? That's actually been kind of working. Yes, I did credit him for it, but at the same time, it's like I don't know because I mean we came out in that second half of that Texas A&M game and looked absolutely flat.
Yeah.
And we reverted to a lot of Mike Shula like stuff. Oh, touchdown Florida. Come back his own. I'm kidding.
Hey, maybe Shane Beamer will hire Bobby Petrino.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
No, just
Don't
kidding.
even. Don't even.
Hey, yeah,
No, bro.
no, Beamer will call him up, and he'll offer him a contract of about a $2 million contract, and he'll offer him a free motorcycle too, and that'll get him on. Yeah,
Yep. Free Bobby P rides again t shirts. Yep. All that stuff.
yeah. If he hired Petrino, that
Good
would be
God.
that would be a move of desperation.
I don't want Petrino. I don't.
I mean, I'd take him over Fury. Just
Mm,
if nobody else would come, he'd be my ditch last option.
yep. Florida's coming back and winning, y'all. I'm kidding. No, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, though. I guess, y'all. South Carolina wins again. We saw some nice things from the offense. We did, and it was good to see because even against SC State, it didn't look like that. So I'm gonna give them credit where it's due. They played a good game tonight. They took advantage of someone you're supposed to beat easily. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Clemson, um, you suck, you stink, you smell like butt cheeks, and you look stupid. I hope that sinks and hits deep. Oh, and your mama's fat. So yeah.
Bringing
Oh,
back the
and
Yo
your
Mama
mama
jokes.
has hair under her freaking nose, and a couple moles on her face that look bad.
Bringing back that.
You all are ugly. You're ugly. Your mama's ugly, Clemson. Your mama's ugly, Clemson. And you smell like freaking wet farts after eating Taco Bell. I hope that hits deep into every single Clemson person. Clemson sucks. Y'all smell like diapers. The pit just plant their flag. Tiger Raven's laughing. It's all fun in games, Tiger Raven. You know I love you, buddy. It's all fun in games. But it is Clemson hate week, so yeah. Clemson sucks. And they look stupid. And you know what else I'll say about Clemson before I really get out of here? Clemson fans, there's a reason why they have those paws in the freaking road because none of them can read. None of them can read. That's why they got the freaking paws on the road. because they just can't read a map. They can't read a map. They can't read a GPS. Their brain doesn't function like you or I. They don't understand simple words like in 1.3 miles, turn right. They just can't understand that, you know? So they need a couple Paul paintings in the road to learn how to drive. That's pretty sad. That's pretty
Yeah,
sad.
yeah, um, yeah. My
And
dad,
most of them only have like 3 teeth maximum, too. And they itch their butts. Like they're one of those people that you see just in overalls itching their butts and everything.
yep,
With like, oh, go ahead. What'd you say?
yeah, they yeah, yeah, they scratch their butts and they don't even wash their hands and eat afterwards.
Oh God. Dang, down bad, man. Down bad. What's up, Eddie? What's up, Eddie?
Yeah, but my dad once went to the South Carolina Clemson game in '92. Which, in case you don't know what that one is, that was
Oh yes, the
up in
legendary
Clemson.
Steve Tannehill
That
game.
was the Steve Tannehill game where he
Yep.
signed the paw and
Signed the ball and he did that what did
baseball
he do,
swing.
that home run
Yep,
celebration?
yep,
Yeah,
and
that was a legend. I still watch that game. Now I wasn't alive to witness it, but I've my parents played that for me when I was very young, and I watch it almost every year because it's such a legendary game.
yeah, and yeah, my dad was at the game and he talked about they were like he and a friend went who played as like an offensive lineman for Wofford, and he said like going to that game, like he literally had to like walk through like cow pastures to get there, and I think he even said like he had to look around for like crap on the ground to
Oh
not
god.
step in it or something. So it literally is like near cow pastures,
Yep.
but thankfully it's not played up
Eddie
there.
said bread. Oh god. Yeah, they are. They are, Eddie. They are. But we'll be making fun of Clemson this week. Don't worry, we will be because we got to. It's hate week, and yeah. Again, Clemson sucks, and them chickens are coming for you, taters. The coots are coming for you.
The coots and the taters.
Yep, coots versus taters. Going to be a
Yep.
good one this year. It really is.
Yep, it's gonna be a good one. At 10 a.m. on you know
Bring
Nick
back the
June.
hype and hate for one week. I'll tell you what, Gavin. I'll make one, but I'm only going to make one for the Discord if I do. Only for the Discord. Only.
Yeah, yep, it's gonna be when Shane Beamer and Dabo Swinney walk up and shake hands in the pregame. It'll be like when Brad Scott and Tommy West walking up and shaking hands in
Oh,
'98. Both of them knowing they were fired. You know, 1-9 and 2-8 heading into the game.
oh man. Oh man. But yep. I hope everyone has a good one. South Carolina wins finally, first time in nearly 2 months. And I know I celebrated this one kind of hard, and I know some people really don't give a crap about this win, and that's fair because again, you're not making a bowl game from it. But like the reason I celebrated was because, bro, we've been through so much this season. We deserve to have one day of joy, and I'm gonna celebrate whether people like it or not because finally we won a game. So you all have a good night. Go Gamecocks. And once again, if there's something to be thankful for, then I'm not a Clemson Tiger. Y'all have a good weekend. Go Cox.
So Cox.